Jen, Marty, you heard Fink there telling our cameras that he's sorry and that there are no other words to be said. He did say more during his arraignment this afternoon, telling the judge he didn't understand and didn't want an attorney. Now, Esleri's widow was also in court today to hear those remarks. However, she says she's keeping her thoughts to herself.
It's going to be a good day.
The words of a woman still mourning the death of her husband, Lieutenant Eric Esleri, as she entered the magistrate's office. Today, state police filed charges of third-degree murder against Claire Fink. The man state police say killed Esleri and injured his canine partner when the van police say he was driving struck Esleri's cruiser going the wrong way on Route 30. In the criminal complaint, state police say Fink had a blood alcohol level of .197 and tested positive for marijuana and THC. State police say Fink had 7 to 9 beers with Derek Gifford leading up to the crash. Through the investigation, state police say they learned Fink and Gifford had traveled to several places, including the Beehive Show Bar along Route 22 in Salem Township and a Sheetz in New Alexandria before the crash. State police say before the crash, Fink had hit several construction cones and admitted to Gifford he was intoxicated. Gifford allegedly told police Fink's driving was, quote, scary. State police say this and other evidence is what led to the murder of the third-degree charge.
There was just so many different mitigating circumstances that as we gave him to the district attorney's office and he reviewed case law from other counties and other areas, that he decided that this case, in his opinion, rose to murder in the third degree.
State police say Fink was taken into custody without incident Thursday morning before his arraignment. He continued to say before and after the hearing just how sorry he was.
There's just nothing that words can describe what I feel and what I can do to change it. But I mean, I am sorry, and I wish I could go back and change time. But
do you say that for you or for his family?
For his family.
Now, during his arraignment, Fink was remorseful, at one point even audibly crying and telling the judge he just didn't understand any of it. Now, Esleri's widow told us after the arraignment that she's just ready to be home with her children. Reporting live in Westmoreland County, Jackalyn Kovac, 6 News. Marty, Jen, police say 29-year-old Brandon Boyd was hit and killed by Terrence Mosey this morning around 3 a.m. Police say Boyd was 37 weeks pregnant with a baby girl. They did, however, say that baby did not survive. Police say Boyd was traveling home from work this morning when she stopped on the North 8th Street Bridge just before 3 this morning. Police say she had her four-way lights flashing to alert other drivers that she had stopped, but police say they aren't entirely sure why Boyd had stopped in the bridge. Initial reports were that she had stopped because she was out of gas, and police say that a gas can was found underneath her car and Sheetz items were also found inside her car. Police say Boyd was hit by Terrence Mosey, who also hit her car before stopping and tending to Boyd. Police say both were taken to the hospital where Boyd and her unborn child were pronounced dead.
She got out of the vehicle and standing behind the vehicle, and he came up behind her, coming the same way she came, and came and hit her from behind.
Police say they are still investigating this crash and could not say whether Mosey will be facing any charges. However, they did say if he is charged, those charges will likely be serious. Tonight at 6, I'll have a message from police on what they say could have prevented this tragic accident. Reporting live in Blair County, Jackalyn Kovac, 6 News. Jen, Marty, there are about 50 or so people here at Richland Elementary School protesting against the Marriott Hotel that is proposed to be built within 100 feet of a playground, and it's a playground here at the elementary school. They're over here demonstrating a human wall that they say they will show just how close that hotel and that hotel property line will be to the playgrounds. This protest was organized on the group's Facebook page called Residents Against the Marriott Site, or RAMS. We're told that parents and residents were advised to sign a petition opposing the building of the Marriott Hotel on this property that borders the Richland Elementary School. Some parents say they are concerned about the children's safety. Many posts on the page actually discussed sexual predators and potential lockdown situations if they would ever occur at the hotel. Developers did propose putting this hotel on the property that touches the school, and the building would be within a few hundred yards within the elementary school. Now, as you can see, again, there are about 50 or so people here lining that property line, and they are just showing just how close that line is to this playground, where there are already several children playing, swinging on swings, and just doing what children do here at a playground. And again, parents are extremely concerned that having a hotel that close to children and an area where they would be playing to be just extremely not the right idea to do. Now, the school board is currently in the process of appealing the variance that was approved by the township just a few weeks ago, and the hotel that is expected to be presented to the township. They're also asking anybody that comes to this protest to sign a petition. This is just one of the few clipboards. Pages are already filled out with residents and parents who live in the Richland School District signing this against this hotel. This petition will be presented to the township when they meet on Monday. Reporting in Richland Township, Jackalyn Kovac, 6 News. Marty, police were only able to release that limited description of the robbers, and they are asking for everyone's help in trying to identify the two, and we'll have information on how you can do that in just a moment. In the meantime, police say they will pursue this case tenaciously because they know the community is concerned.
They're armed and they're dangerous, so I'm scared.
West Hills police are actively investigating an attempted armed robbery at Orion Jewelers in suburban Johnstown. Authorities say they are looking for 2 people who were wearing dark-colored clothing and masks. They also say the 2 showed a weapon while demanding cash.
One of the actors locked the front door. One actor proceeded to the rear of the store, displayed a weapon, and demanded money be placed in a black bag.
Police say a total of 3 people, including 2 employees, were inside the jewelry store just before 5 this afternoon when the attempted robbery happened. Police questioned a number of people in nearby stores for any information.
I saw a guy in a hood, and some guys just dart out of Allstate, and he was running really fast. I knew he was up to something. It wasn't normal.
Police say the son of one of the employees confronted one of the robbers and was able to take the weapon off of him. They say the weapon ended up being a BB gun. Police say both suspects ran from the store toward a nearby neighborhood, and police have been searching the area for information.
Well, there's always a concern when someone, attempts an armed robbery. So, we're going to, pursue this, very tenaciously.
Now, police are asking that anyone who may have information that can help lead them to arrest to give the Cambria County non-emergency line a call. That number 472-2100. Reporting live in Lower Yoder Township, Cambria County, Jackalyn Kovac, 6 News. Marty, the water right behind me, the Susquehanna River, has been very difficult for crews to search in the last few weeks. Now, today they did search a large portion of the river in the search for James Coons. Coons went missing 3 weeks ago after he never came back from a walk he took in his neighborhood. Search crews have had a difficult time looking in particular areas due to the weather and high water levels. On Friday, several kayakers hit the water and searched along the Susquehanna River. The search lasted for several hours as they made their way from the Clearfield Creek to the Shawville Dam. This is the first time crews have been able to search the water since Coons' disappearance. The deputy director of the County 911 Center says the water levels were 5 times higher than they've ever been during the time that they've been searching for Coons, and ice jams also prevented them from searching the areas along the river.
When this first happened, there were several large chunks of ice. They were as big as small cars. They were lining the river shoreline of the entire search area.
Now, prior to today's search, officials did close down the Kernsville Dam to try to reduce the water levels that they had here along the Susquehanna River. But fast waters coming off the Clearfield Creek into the river and the Anderson Creek weren't able to be controlled. Crews did wrap up their search on the river around 4:30 this afternoon, and they're planning on being back out here again Sunday. Tomorrow is expected to be a planning day for their search on Sunday. Reporting live in Clearfield County, Jackalyn Kovac, 6 News.